What good will it be for someone to gain the whole world yet to forfeit their soul? Or what can anyone give in exchange for their soul? Another crazy week here in the US. Wow, the insanity. We have the media drawing all these conclusions and trying to give us some type of narrative of what this guy in Vegas was thinking. Don't you already know? They're trying to make all these conclusions on what we should restrict and what we should stop and blah, 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 blah. Wasn't it evil? Wasn't it for just sometimes evil's sake that kind of thing happens? Was this person a depressed person? Should we give compassion to this man? Should we blame whole large groups of people on why this happened? Why one sole guy, one person, right? One person did this? This whole week, I've been concentrating on one specific thing. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world, yet to lose his soul? Could you even trade your soul? God created this body for our soul to reside in. But we kind of sometimes get the order of things. You know, does the chicken come before the egg or whatever? But when it comes to the body, what is it? Well, I think our biggest failure is that we are this body and we have a soul. No. We are a soul and we have a body. And we spend all of our time feeding our body and never our soul. If we do not feed our soul in what nourishes our soul, we get results like Vegas. We get results like mass genocide. We don't conclude well here. We feed our eyes with things. We feed our brain with things. We indulge with the craziest food. We watch the media. We actually watch things, and don't get me wrong, I do like movies. I do like those things, but we concentrate and live in there. We just waste our time watching people do things that aren't even real. Show after show after show. It's not real. It's people acting like something. They're faking something and we pay them to do it. And then we have the sports arena that have nothing to do with our life whatsoever. We don't gain anything from it. It's not a huge part of our lives to where it's going to shift our outcome. It's meaningless. We feed ourselves with junk all the time. This body is continually fed by junk in the mouth, junk in the eyes, and junk in the brain. And we just keep listening to what the world has to say. And we eat it up as if that is what we're supposed to do. In the meantime, after all this feeding and all this information continually being shoved down your throat, into your eyes and into your brain, your soul sits there, anorexic, not being fed. You can always tell the ones that are just the most anorexic. They walk around like zombies. The most important things to them are what this world has to offer. And pretty soon those zombies indulge so much into their body that they kill, whether it is themselves or other people. You are a soul. Your children are souls. Your husband, your wife, your father, your mother, your friends. They are souls that have bodies. What are you doing with them? You remember when Jesus asked Peter, "Do you love me?" He said, "Yeah, of course." And he had to ask him a few times. Do you know why that was? Because Jesus understood something. He understood that he would not get the question. If you love me, feed my sheep. Feed them with what? Feed their soul. Teach them. Teach them how to live. Teach them to consume things for their soul. To not be hollow. To not miss the point. Do not indulge in this world. Do not swallow this world. Do not take the world's advice. Do not take the world's narrative. Do not take the world's ideas on how you should live your life and how you should see things, what you should eat. Do not consume yourselves with the busyness of this neighborhood that you live in and the rest of the world and the full access of the entire world in your pocket. Do not be consumed with it. Feed your soul. Feed your child's soul. Feed your friend's soul. Feed the ones that you love so that they don't become anorexic and they miss the entire point of when Jesus made this and he made us. He made us. We are a soul that's going to meet him. So let's fill it. Don't spend the time with the rest of the world listening to what they have to say. Listen to what the Word of God has to say. And just one more thing. Meaninglessness really truly does come from an overabundance of pleasure.